What happened? That was the question. Where are you, man? How did you get like this? And his first response was, this woman. And ever since that day, the man has been saying, this woman. Irresponsibility. Transfer of blame. From that day, the man has been attempting to avoid responsibility by transferring the blame to others. From that day, God has been attempting to restore mankind to its rightful place of responsibility. And in all of God's dealing with his creation, man in every generation and in every ethnic expression and in every culture, in every way, God has desired man to be restored to the responsible, free, moral agent he created when he first released man from his loins. God is still trying to get man back to being a responsible, free will agent. God's purpose is obvious in his design of man. He made and created man to be a free spirit and an independent will. He intended for man to rule and to govern and to be a manager over the earth through the power of choice. And thus, to determine the quality of life and environment he would desire within the context of God's will, the man was given a will to activate his choice. As we look at previous generations and individuals with whom God has worked, we'll observe something very distinct. There's some principles that I've discovered that applies in every case. And can I just throw something in here that you probably didn't notice before? But if you look at chapter 3, over the last 3 verses, it says, so the Lord banished man, verse 23, from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. Verse 34, and after he drove him out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden a cherubim and a flaming sword. Can I suggest something that may not go over too well theologically? If you mismanage something, God will take it from you. It's that simple and that serious. A lot of things that we thought the devil took, I believe God took. A lot of things we've been saying the devil did it. No. See, some of you lost your house. And you come on the prayer line for the pastor to pray for you to get your house back. Because you didn't pay your mortgage for 3 weeks because you was buying some dresses you couldn't afford. It's called mismanagement. Your car was repossessed. And now you're saying, devil, take your hands off my car. I rebuke you. The devil says, I ain't never touched your car. You didn't pay the note. Come on, friends. I mean, here you are. You eating pork chop, lamb chop, dog chop, this chop, all these chops. You eating all this fat for 7 years, fat for 10 years, fat. Now your arteries are clogged up with the fat you ate. Now you're telling the devil, I rebuke you. Come out of me. No. Uh-oh. It's called irresponsible eating. Tell your neighbor, I feel myself growing up. It's amazing how we transfer blame to Satan for our irresponsible behavior. You don't exercise? Well, I might as well touch it. And you eat more fat than you burn, so the fat stays with you. And then the doctor says, now look here, you're going to have to lose some weight because your heart is having to push this blood to new horizons. And we come on the prayer line, we say, pray for me, preacher. And the preacher says, Satan, come out of her. Lord, heal this woman. The devil is outside crying, saying, they always blaming everything on me. Irresponsibility. No. God took Adam and put him out of what he put him in. Let me say it again. God put Adam out of what he put him in. Why? Because he mismanaged it. You mismanage a ministry, God will put you out. You mismanage a house, God will put you out. You mismanage the car he blessed you with, he'll put you out. If you mismanage the home, he'll put you out. And not only will he put you out, he'll put a cherubim to make sure you don't get back. There are some things God is protecting from you because you are not responsible enough yet to handle it. Oh, you all hear me tonight. Some of you praying for things you can't manage. That's why you ain't got it yet. It ain't that God ain't hearing you, but you ain't qualified to manage it yet. Some of you praying for $1 million and can't manage it $1,000 salary yet. According to Jesus, this is the way God thinks. If you are faithful over a little, then he will make you rule over much. Write this down. Organize for what you're praying for. Organize for what you're praying for. Pray for what you know you can manage. Some folks praying for a spouse and can't manage their own body yet. Why you want to take on another body when your body's out of discipline? You think God's not blessing you with a spouse? God's protecting that person from you. Come on, somebody.